Hello everyone, this is Abarya Krishna. Today I am going to dealing with my presentation topic Transcendentalist and its key thinkers like Ralph Emerson, Henry David Thoreau and Margaret Fuller. So this is my personal information, table of content and now research question. So how did the key transcendentalist thinker Ralph Emerson, Henry David Thoreau and Margaret Fuller contributed to the philosophical and literary ideals of transcendentalism, and how did their idea influence academic American society? And this is a hypothesis. The transcendentalist movement, led by Emerson, Thoreau, and Fuller, emphasized individualism, self-reliance, and a deep connection to nature, found fundamentally shaping American literary thought and social reform movement, including abolitionism and women's rights. So now we starting from the introduction. What is a transcendentalism? Transcendentalism, it was first emerged in 19th century in New England, which emphasized the individualism, self-reliance, nature, and spiritual intuition over social norms and intuitional authority. We also know about that transcendentalism led by Ralph Emerson, Henry David Thoreau, and Margaret Fuller, who believe that true wisdom is come from our personal insight rather than follow the social pressure or other things of the world, like a religion. Transcendentalists reject materialism, encourage non-conformity, and advocate for social reform, including abolitionism and women's rights. It's also inspired by Romanticism, Eastern philosophy like Hinduism and Buddhism, and Unitarianism. Then, major theme of the Transcendentalism. First is nature as a spiritual force. So nature is a source of truth and wisdom. According to both writers like Henry David Thoreau and Wilson, they both focus on the nature because they believe that nature is the main source of spirituality. So we follow the nature and go to live with nature rather than follow the manners of religion which made by society. So transcendentalists believe that belief in nature brings enlightenment and a deeper understanding of life. If we want to understand focusly of our life, so we go to near of the nature. Then nonconformity and civil disobedience. Individuals have a moral duty to resist unjust law and social norms. According to transcendentalists, if any laws or rules have any gone a wrong way or make a very not a truth, so that time we should break and establish the new rules in our society, and it's our responsibility to make a good society with good rules. So this is the non-conformity and civil disobedience. Then spirituality beyond organized religion. Generally, transcendentalism is a focus on spirituality rather than religion, because say that religion manners is a one institution in our society which made by people, but spirituality is a come from our inside. So religion, divine truth is found through personal experience rather than religious institutions. Spiritual awakening come from the self-reflection. When we have a self-aware and self-reflect from our inside and society, so that time spirituality is come already. Then self-reliance and individualism. People should trust their inner voice rather than conforming to social expectation. True fulfillment comes from independence, self-expression, and personal growth. Then simplicity, minimalism. When we live with some few materialistic access, so at that time we can focus on our real important of our life and focus on main main thoughts which have we should focus on that, so we can achieve that. If we live in a more facilities and materialistic access, so that time we far from the spirituality. So we go towards transcendentalist. First is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson was an American philosopher, poet, and essayist, best known for his literature Transcendentalist movement. He emphasized self-reliance, individualism, and the spiritual connection between human and nature. Emerson's idea greatly influenced American literature, philosophy, and social movement, inspiring figures like Henry David Thoreau and Walt Whitman. His major works, Nature, which emphasized nature's spiritual and moral lesson. So nature is a famous essay which was helped to a foundation of transcendentalism. When he write the nature, so he described that nature is a main source of spiritual access, and main spirituality is a stay in the nature. So we always go towards nature rather than our society's common questions or materialistic life. Then self-reliance, encourage independence thinking and personal integrity. According to this essay, Emerson is say that we focus on our inside. When we see our inside, so that time we can get achieve everything. Then the American scholar, I think its title is come from one essay which in that when Emerson is go in the Harvard University for give a speech. So that time he described the Buddhism influence in the America, and described the independent America intellectual tradition. And that time he also suggesting American people say that we should don't influence by the European influence. Then key thoughts of Emerson is famous quote: "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." It's a uh, famous quote of Emerson, which explained that. Our nature is a very spiritual source, and we always follow of the nature. Then his key thoughts: first, trust your inner voice. Wisdom come from the intuition, not external authorities. When we seek our inside, so that time we can get a good wisdom. Nature is a divine. The nature is a describe the source of divinity. The universe is interconnected, and nature is a gateway to spirituality. Then a self-reliance. Self-reliance. People should think independently rather than conform to social expectation. Then Henry David Thoreau. Henry David Thoreau was an American philosopher, writer, and naturalist, best known for his advocatic simple living, because he was believe in the simple living, self-reliance, and civil disobedience. A disciple of Emerson, he spent 2 years living a small cabin, and during that time he write well done. It's very important work. Uh, then promoting minimalism and harmony with nature is a great essay. Civil disobedience argued for non-violent resistance to unjustice law. Is this essay civil disobedience is very useful to American people, because like Gandhiji is help to independence in our India. Like that, and his major works, Weldon and Civil Disobedience. Weldon is when he was arrived, when some Mexican-American movement, and when he war created, so that time some taxes taken from the people of America, but that time the tax. And Parliament is punished of Thoreau, and he live in jail for 2 days. So that after the free, he write the Walden, which story is behind of this work. Then civil disobedience, like Mahatma Gandhi ji and uh, uh, other like MKL Jr. It's also follow of by Thoreau, and he write civil disobedience. Then he thoughts of Thoreau. He believed in simple living. Material wealth is not necessary for happiness. Then self-successness, life independently and tune with nature. Then civil disobedience. I mentioned that Gandhiji and Martin Luther King Jr. It's also influenced by Thoreau. Individuals have a duty to resist unjust law. Then nature as a source of wisdom. The natural world provides inspiration, spiritual growth, and a deeper understanding of life. Thoreau and we also first transcendentalist. It's also both are believe in the nature. I went to the wood because I wish to live deliberately. It's a famous quote of Thoreau, because you can see that he want to describe the desire of become a woods, because he wished to live deliberately. He believed in simplicity, and we can see that Thoreau is how the nature is a nature and simplicity is a go toward focus on our life of main important things of our life is focused by simplicity, because when we starting to live materialistic access, so that time we can lose the important things of our life. Then Margaret Fuller. Margaret Fuller was American writer, and he was the first man. It's also journalist, and it's also very gave a man contribution to in the feminism, and it's known for her role in the Transcendentalist movement. She was the first female editor of the Dial. Dial is a one mechanism, Transcendentalist journal, and a strong advocate for women's rights, education, and intellectual freedom. Then his major work, if we see, so woman in the 19th century, it's very famous work in the transcendentalism, because Margaret Fuller is gave the main contribution in the awakening of feminism, and through the this work. Key thoughts of Fuller: women rights. Believe in equal rights for women, especially in education. Why especially in education? Because that time no freedom to take education in that society. So that time Margaret Fuller give the awareness of about and understanding to women. Not need to only give the understanding about society and men, but it's also very needed to women, because have no idea to education of in our life to the woman. So it's very important to give the one wisdom of woman in the society about education. Then transcendental feminism, women have the same divine institution as a man. Margaret Fuller is a believe that man and woman is also same. So it's a describe the gender equality. So both are need to transcendental understanding. Then self-development. It's also focus on the self-development, encouraged women to speak personal and intellectual growth. Then his famous quote: "Let every woman who has once begun to think examine herself." According to this quote, Fuller said, explained that uh, when any woman starting to understand about his position and his condition in the society. So that time he starting to awakening and learning and questioning of the society about his condition. And woman have to when he understanding everything. So that time he broke the limitation of in the society which made by people for the woman. Legacy of Transcendentalism. First, environmentalism inspired nature, conservation, and eco-philosophy. Then feminism and human rights. Also, as I mentioned, that Fuller's ideas contributed to the early feminist movement. Then civil rights movement. Thoreau's civil disobedience influenced Gandhiji and MLK Jr. Means Martin Luther King Jr. Then modern self-help culture. Emerson idea on self-reliance influence personal development and philosophy. In conclusion, Transcendentalists believe in the power of individualism and self-reliance, emphasizing that true wisdom comes from in, means inside, rather than social expectation. They show nature as a source of spiritual and moral lesson, teaching people to live in harmony with the world around them additionally. They encourage questioning authority and resisting unjust system, advocating for personal freedom and social changes. Their ideas continue to shape philosophy, literature, and activism, inspiring movement for civil rights, environmentalism, and self-discovery. As Emerson, beautiful quote is put here: "Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air." So this is my references, and thank you so much.